I teach you, you teach me. Together we explore and discover the mysteries of sex. The Mysteries of Sex with Love My Yacht. Love My Yacht. The Mysteries of Sex. Every second and fourth Tuesday at 9 p.m. on TV 33 WHPR on Comcast Cable Channel 91 Detroit. Sex. Would you or would you not? The Mysteries of Sex. With your host, Love My Yacht. The Mysteries of Sex.
Yo, what's happening? It's the Big Dog Blast. Shouts out to my girl, Love My Yacht, man. You know what it is. Mysteries of Sex. What's happening? You should know it all by now.
Yo, what's up? It's Bruh Man from the Fifth Floor. Hanging with Love My Yacht on Mysteries of Sex.
Baby, WHPR TV 33. I teach you, you teach me. Together, we explore and discover the mysteries of sex.
You got some sandwiches.
Ooh. You got some sandwiches for them? Please. Hi, this is Love My Yacht, WHPR TV 33 with the one and only Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
Say hi to all the viewers, Lisa.
Hello, everyone. God bless you all.
Once again, this is Love My Yacht with Lisa. Woo. Peace.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Cisco. I'm kicking it with Love My Yacht right here on Mysteries of Sex. See, it was a mystery.
Bam. On WHPR TV 33 with the one and only Little Deeper Silver.
What's that? How y'all doing out there, Detroit? Yes, I'm chilling. Love
I want to find out. Together, we explore and discover the mysteries of sex.
Let's talk sex with Love My Yacht. Let's talk sex with Love My Yacht.
Would you teach it?
Let's talk sex with Love My Yacht.
Would you try it?
Let's talk sex with Love My Yacht.
Would you
Would you
love
or would
it?
you not? Let's talk sex with Love My Yacht.
Would you
Would you
judge
or would you
it?
not?
Would you
Let's talk
trust
sex
me?
with Love My Yacht.
Greetings and welcome to the Mysteries of Sex with yours truly, Love My Yacht, and the phenomenal, beautiful Miss Lexi, the hair diva.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Miss Lexi, you got us a special guest tonight.
Yes.
You told me, you said, Love My Yacht, I have our guest for this Tuesday.
Yes.
So I said, Lexi, go take it, baby.
Hey.
So can you
listen,
introduce our guest?
Absolutely. Tonight we have a very, very special guest, a special friend of mine, a phenomenal artist, a phenomenal songwriter, a phenomenal single mom. Okay, let's try
Kudos.
that.
I like that.
Yeah, a phenomenal businesswoman,
Yes.
Miss Melanie Rutherford. And I'm going to say this right now. I always say her name incorrectly. Melanie. I don't know. I get so tight with it. I don't know.
It's because when God is using you.
You see?
Yes,
You
good.
see? And see, when I talk to her on the phone and all that, I just say Mel.
You just call me Melanie Rutherford, but everybody calls me Mel because I always deliver.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
She always
She always, I love that. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I always like you,
trying.
the U.S. Mel. Oh, come on. I love that. Okay. This
got the
young
Holy
lady.
Ghost, y'all. She went all the way.
You didn't get, you caught that.
caught that.
See, that's God. He's using you right now. He's using you. What's up, everybody?
This woman is absolutely phenomenal. Just to name a few of the people that she's worked with in the music industry, she's so humble. You wouldn't, and so unassuming. You would never think that she's written music for people such as Kim.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I love her.
She's worked with ODB.
Yes.
Old dirty bastard?
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
not a curse word.
That is not a curse word.
No, that's somebody's name.
That
That's
is
their
his
title.
name. Yes,
I didn't
that's
curse.
his name.
Yeah. ODB, that's his name.
Yes.
She worked with him, and she took me along with her just last summer at the music hall.
Yes.
When we were there for Aretha Franklin's tribute.
Oh, wow.
Detroit Music Week,
Okay.
and she was
Yeah.
one of the featured artists there. And through her, I met so many wonderful other artists, and so many MDs, and so many producers, and so many music. Phenomenal. And I felt like tonight, with her having a nonprofit organization that's geared toward our young women of our community. I felt like tonight, her event is coming up on Saturday.
Yes, it is.
So I feel like tonight having her with us would be prime time for her to talk about what she's doing in the community, what her nonprofit organization is all about, and give us the rundown on that. Okay?
Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Melanie Rutherford. First of all, Lexi, I love you.
I love you,
I
honey.
love you too, boo-boo. No, I really do. She'll tell you if I don't like you, I will tell you. I'll be like,
oh, she's pretty straightforward.
Not gonna work for me. So my phone just went dead, but it's okay. Holy Ghost. So let me just tell you about what we're doing, and it's so cool. How many of us know that the first thing you have to have before you can have a place in life, you have to have a vision?
Absolutely.
And so what happens is our generation, the young girls forget their visions.
Yeah.
Because no one has ever showed them how to have a vision, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens is that if they don't have a vision, they can't have a voice, right?
Right.
And so they're misled by things that make them think that that is power. But
Right.
there's power in having a visual aid. There's power in the arts. There's power in having women that are of substance and mentors
Yes,
of substance.
absolutely.
And so what happened was on my journey to becoming who I was, I met some phenomenal women who saw in me the greatest greatness, who said all she needs is a little bit of direction.
Yeah.
All she needs is somebody to say, you
Yeah.
know what, I got you.
Little TLC.
That's it,
Yeah.
tender loving
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that everybody who says love is not healthy, because
Right.
their version of love isn't always healthy love.
Right.
Or your version.
You understand what I'm trying?
Everybody's
Exactly.
perception is different.
Yes,
That's right.
absolutely.
And so what happened was when I got elected to be a newly elected official in library, I'm the library board trustee in Pontiac, Michigan. I'm so proud of that. I said, instead of me just being on a board, I want to be about the business of empowering young ladies. And so I started the Your Vision, Your Voice. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? Because we have so many issues in our community with our sexuality, with being able to express ourselves about we want to be doctors and lawyers,
Yeah.
about suppressing who we are.
Absolutely.
And so I said, I am grand. I am who I am. And I want children and I want young ladies to see that. But I want them to understand why I can be this bold
Yeah.
and brash.
Yes.
But it's still from humility.
Right.
So on April the 14th, we're having one of the greatest things called a vision board party. Your Vision, Your Voice, and I always have to reread it over and over again, is our mission is for your voice to allow our future leaders to shape and form their future through the use of visual boards and artistic expression. The goal is to empower and define their image so their voices can be heard. And people are like, what does that mean? Let me break it down in layman's terms. That means cutting out images of where you see yourself as. If you see yourself as a doctor, how can you know if you don't have nothing to visually guide you?
Right.
And so what we did was I got people who I believe are women of substance.
Right.
Like Aislinn Coachman, who's a lawyer. Kelly Williams, who's the superintendent of
I
schools.
mean, your lineup is phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm not saying it's because I'm on
Yes,
it, but
I know.
My mentor is on there also.
Yes.
So
She has some
beautiful.
Yes,
phenomenal
and
people.
so I have so many different people who mean a great deal to me, and I just didn't stick with African Americans. I went to different specters and different type of nationalities because every young girl needs a visual aid.
Yes.
And everybody needs a mentor, and so that's what the event is about. It's for free food. It's ages 12 to 18. But here's what's crazy, Lexi.
Okay.
We have women that are registering
That's wonderful.
to come. And so they was like, Mel, what is you going to
Yeah.
do? I said, don't worry about it. They can come too.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's gonna
come
be-
on.
Yes,
Yeah.
because everybody needs somebody to say, you okay?
And you know what, Mel? You never know. Even though they're older women or
Yes.
more mature,
Yes.
however you want to put it,
Yes.
you never know what they're lacking.
No,
you never know what they missed as a teenager. growing
Absolutely.
up and did not have.
Wait. Everybody lacking something.
Oh,
Not
absolutely.
them. We all every day
Yes,
lack
we are.
something.
Absolutely.
We are.
The
Absolutely.
community right here, every day we are evolving into a better you,
Absolutely.
into a better me,
That
into
is
a better
true. That is
person.
true.
So we all need to have vision
Absolutely.
every day. I tell people all the time, everyone is not capable and able of imagining.
No.
Everyone is not capable and able of visualization. So if you choose between imagining and visualizing something, you become adequate for vision.
Right.
So everyone has the ability to visualize if they want to. So
Exactly.
that's something that we all do.
Yeah.
Not just the people who called in, because the people who called in, to me, they don't have vision problems because they know how to come to a solution to get it done.
Right.
It's the people who say, I don't have no situations going on. I don't have no problem identifying what I want.
Yeah.
So there's always something.
Yeah.
But here's what's the really kicker about all of it. It's okay if you don't know. What's not okay is when you lie and act like you
As you
have it
don't know.
together.
Right.
Yes.
And that's what happens so much in our community is that so many of us, we lie to kick it. You know how you
Yeah.
lie?
Yeah.
And I don't do that. I'm a truth seeker. And that's
But what happens is they lie to themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
It ain't the point that they lying to other people because other people don't really care. It's they doing their other damage to their own self.
You're so stupid.
No, but you know what I'm saying? The other people they lying to. I mean, when somebody lied to you, seriously, they lied to you. I tell you, don't offer me a lie.
Yeah.
And I was always taught if somebody lied to you, from my Matters Day training, somebody lied to you, give them a way out. So I offer people to lie to me to have themselves a way out because at the end of the day, they got to deal with that lie within themselves.
Right.
But you would be surprised when you see how many young ladies and how many older women have never been allowed to have an outlet.
Yes.
And so
yes.
they think lying is acceptable. They think lying to themselves is acceptable. Some people are third generation Lyolas. I don't call them liars.
shit,
I call them
Lyolas.
Lyolas.
That means you're a professional liar.
That's it.
I mean, you don't even have to think about it.
No, it's worse. A Lyola, but let me tell you something. You see how that's silver on the wall?
Yes.
A Lyola will convince you that it is blue-green so good that you believe.
You almost want to.
Look, I'm looking at it right now.
question
She looks
yourself,
green in there.
That is a Lyola. You gotta know what a Lyola is.
right now.
Good Lord, a
You know what a
Lyola.
Lyola? That's a
Lyola.
new word for you.
A Lyola.
And then the thing of this, it's another thing about when you have vision. Once you have a vision, you got to cast some boundaries.
yes.
Because everybody is not equipped to sit on your front line.
Absolutely.
Oh, say that again.
Everybody's not equipped to sit on your front line.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Look in that middle camera.
Everybody
Okay.
is not equipped to sit on your front line.
Now break that down in layman terms.
So let me tell you what that means. You have to try and test people. You have to see if they're going to be there for you when nobody else is around. Let me tell you a little story very quickly. I met Lexi through my sister.
Okay.
Lexi did not know me from Adam. And I couldn't afford her. But I said one day,
Uh-huh.
oh baby, when I get myself together, I'm going to call you.
Yes.
And Lexi, you know, she hears that all the time because she's around professional people.
Yes.
I said, but Lexi, no, I'm going to call you. And so last year, I was doing the Aretha Franklin tribute. And here's the thing, I was the only girl from Pontiac that was on there.
Okay.
After all the gold records, all the Grammy nominations, I'm still proving myself at 37. Now I'm 38. And I said, Lexi, I don't have a lot, but I need you to help me look the part. And because Lexi helped me look the part, no matter what I am doing, whether we're doing my video, no matter when I get to the Grammys, Lexi is coming because before I had nothing, she knew I was something.
Wow.
And that's why this is important, because you got to have those people who say, I knew you when you didn't know yourself. I knew you when you called me at 4 o'clock in the morning crying over a man. Hello, can I talk about it?
Wait a minute, let me tell
Can
you.
I
Let
talk
me tell you,
about
Mel. I met Lexi 15 years ago.
Wow.
And I met her from my best friend. And I cried on Lexi's shoulders. I had the money to afford her, but she wouldn't have let me. She was more of my therapist.
She has
Before I got this show,
That's it.
when I first got this show, I said, okay, I told my director and I told the producer, I'm going to have a co-host. I just got to find her. Her name is Lexi. So
Wow.
I claimed that she was going to be the co-host of this show before
Wow.
I even got the show.
Holiness.
That is
And then I seen her commercial on television. I said, there go my baby right there.
Yeah.
So I think that
That's
if you
crazy.
speak something to the universe, your God, your creator, it manifests.
Yeah.
But it's a little deeper than that, though. You got to be loyal to those who are loyal to you when you had none.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
See, loyalty ain't for everybody.
Oh.
You know, it's sheep
With
and it's
wolf clothing.
wolves.
Yes.
But I go either.
That's good.
I am a lion, and I am not concerned with the opinion of sheep. And when you think like that, you're like, I don't really care what you are. You're sheep. You know why? Because sheep is food. And I'm a lion, so I'm going to eat that up.
Oh, goodness.
That's real.
Well, I
That's
never heard it
real.
put like that.
Because most people, when you have not, here's the thing, when you have not worked on your emotions, your physical sense, your spiritual sense, your financial sense, you don't have your own affirmation, you can't have a vision.
Right.
Because you will
It's
self-sabotage.
impossible.
Because somebody had to pull me to the side and say, look, little girl, now you talented
Yeah.
and you're gifted. And your gifting will make room for you.
Yes, it will.
But if you don't get your inner man together, you will destroy your outer man. You know who
Yeah.
told me that? Yolanda Adams.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
I was just starting off in the business, and I said, do you think I'm going to make it? She said, yeah, you're going to make it. But if you don't deal with that internal mess that you're in,
Yes.
the internalness,
Right.
because we carry those things when we don't deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's been a journey. I mean, you don't understand that being an elected official is more important to me than being a Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter. It's more important to me than having gold records because I have to do what is right and decency and in order
Decent and in order.
at all times.
Decent and in order.
It takes Lex. She said, "Mel, I don't break rules."
Okay.
And I don't
So how
compromise.
did you feel, Mel, when Lexi came to you and said, "Okay, I want you to come on this show as a guest"? And then you said, "What's the name of the show?" And she said, "The Mysteries of Sex."
I was cool with it because I understand it. At first, I was a little scared.
Yeah, because
You know.
most
Look, there's a
religious
little
people,
nerves.
religious people, they hesitate. Lexi had another person that was really religious, and she backed out.
Hold on, but I'm not religious. I'm relationships. It's very different.
Relationships.
No,
That's
no,
the
no,
first
no.
time I heard that one.
No. I am. See, you gotta understand. Sex is a part of God because God
Yes,
is love.
yes.
That's Marvin Gaye quoted. You understand sexual healing. There's a reason why.
Okay.
As long as you are healthy.
Yes.
In your approach, I don't care what you talk
Exactly.
about, because here's another thing: we suppress our sexuality.
Yes.
That's why so many mistresses
Okay.
instead of being a miss.
Okay.
I wait. That's why so people that's satisfied with just being needed instead of being wanted.
Yes.
So
yes.
I love my sexuality, whether I'm big, small, little, or tall. I'm cool with it.
Okay.
I love it. So now, since we are speaking now on sexuality
Yes.
and sex and all, this
Yes.
is the mysteries of sex.
Yes.
Wait a minute, Lexi. My baby just walked in. I'm sorry to interrupt. I haven't seen my baby in over a month, and I know she's going to be so happy that we have Mel on.
I
here.
love her.
You know.
I met her. I told her I want to love her. She's beautiful.
But I tell you, she is beautiful.
Listen
Yes,
to me.
she is.
Most people
She
do
is.
not impress me. I said,
That was
I
right
love
there?
you.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. She is awesome.
Miss
She
Liz,
is.
oh my goodness, she is my.
She's so poised.
She's one of my angels.
You know,
over
it's
here.
it's not a lot of ladies left. It's a lot of women.
Yes,
But that's
yes.
a lady.
Yes,
Very
she's,
much so.
She's such
Classy.
a lady.
I
She's
wanna-
such a
Classy
lady.
We're
lady.
trying to get there. We
Yes.
ain't there yet. We
No,
get
not
Such a
yet.
lady.
But we're gonna keep hanging around her
So
and
you
watching
already
her.
met. You already met.
I
her.
met her
Yeah.
today, and I literally was like, I love you.
Okay. So Lexi, here
Yeah.
you go. Sorry for the interruption.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So, what I was about to go into,
Yes.
we want to get a little private.
That's okay.
And the reason being is because we're talking about your nonprofit, which involves young women,
Yes.
and sex of all types is an issue in our community.
Absolutely.
And we would like first. Are you married? Have you
No.
ever been married?
I have never been married. I want to be married so bad, but no, I've not been married.
Okay. Are you dating?
Wow.
No, I'm not dating right now.
Why?
Because I had
Are
a
you doing it?
yes, absolutely.
Oh,
But-
goodness, really?
Yes.
I like you. High
absolutely.
five.
Absolutely, but all in decency and in order.
Oh,
Okay.
The 90-day rules doesn't apply.
Okay.
Wait, the 90-day rule.
Yes, the
Okay,
90
so you make the person wait 90
I
days.
try. I didn't say it works. I said I try. Yes, I tells the truth. No, what it is, oh Lord, someone's gonna call me from the church and say, I'm gonna say, listen, you having
I love
sex
it.
too, but you just won't admit it. Amen.
Okay.
See, that's why.
Come on now.
I like her.
Come on.
Don't come for me.
See,
I'm honest.
I have to have friends that's very outspoken and say the stuff that I kind of want.
Yes, because here's the thing.
So-
When we suppress our sexuality, we suppress our inner selves. Femininity is sexuality. We just have to be real with it. But
Yes.
the problem is we expose our children, especially our girls, to thinking that's the only thing that's about us. And it
Yes,
isn't.
Yes.
I ain't knocking Nicki Minaj because I love Little Kim. What I am knocking is that it's no middle ground.
Okay.
And,
okay.
and just for a second,
Yes.
let's backtrack just a little. She's a mom.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's tell the people what this baby girl just done.
So Mariah just got back from Beijing, China. I fundraised in 1 month to send her to China. I fundraised in 1 month to send her to China. She studied abroad through the summer youth program. She also has gotten into 36 colleges, $3.9 million worth of scholarships. She's going to Howard University. She's a debutante. She works at the patent law firm.
All from a single mom.
Wow.
Oh yeah, completely single, no help at all.
Okay.
No government assistance.
No excuses,
No
honey.
excuses, honey.
Yes.
Yes, and sending her to she's been abroad twice. I'm very proud to be a mother. I take that role very seriously. She's in the debutante ball. I think I'm the only
Awesome.
single mama that's in the
We
debutante.
love you, Mariah.
Yes, Mariah.
Mariah
yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Howard
Yes.
Bound, honey.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we need more young girls just like Mariah that's connected to moms just like Mel.
Thank you.
You know,
but you have to
because-
understand why. Because I had to understand I was broken, and I had to get myself together.
Yeah.
So I went to therapy.
Yeah.
Which most people,
Whatever it takes.
That's it. And then I had to go to sexual therapy.
Yeah.
Get that together.
Yeah.
And then I had to go to mama and daughter therapy because I want to keep my daughter respect.
Yeah.
And that's why all of this ties into what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does.
I love it. I love it. So you're not in a relationship.
No.
You're a single mom.
Yes.
How do you make time for the nonprofit? How do you make time for the position with the education board, the library board? How do you make time for the daughter? How do you make time for the debutante? How do you make time to even give the 90 days or even have a candidate for 90 days?
So I'm going to tell you,
Jesus Christ.
it's a saying that I have. I said, no man that rises before dawn will not make his family rich. And
Say that one more time.
No man that rises before dawn will not make its families rich.
Okay.
Meaning that I got to get up when everybody else sleeping.
Okay.
And I have to have balance. And I also have a support system. I have help. And I had to say, listen, I cannot do this by myself.
Yeah.
And I need the village, the shoe in, the cousins, the nephews.
Yeah.
And these are not people that are biologically related to me.
Yeah.
But they understand. And then I have people that love me enough to say, hey, you out of pocket. And I have to balance that too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not used to having somebody call you the right thing. But I have this saying, correction is direction to be led.
I love it.
And I want to be led in a healthy way. So many people think that they are leaders
Yeah.
and they're followers.
Oh my God.
And they're supposed to serve. So
Could
you
you
have to
say that again?
So many people think
Look
they
right
are.
on that camera.
So many people think that they are leaders, but they're followers.
Yes.
Because first, before you can lead, you have to follow, and then you have
Absolutely.
to serve. I serve everywhere.
Yeah.
I volunteer everywhere, and I taught my daughter even about sexuality. I'm sure you had this in the lines. Mariah was 13. I said, "Listen to me. If you choose, God knows I don't want you to." But I know what you got in you. I know what's in your DNA. Amen.
Okay. Yeah,
I
you know your child.
Yes, God.
Like I tell my son, I raised you. You didn't raise me,
Hey.
sweetheart. There's some things I can tell you about yourself
Hey.
that you would deny, but I
Hey.
know it's the truth.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
Absolutely.
I said, if you decide that you want to have sex, we're going to be responsible. We're not going to do what I was raised in, which is if you have sex, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Planned Parenthood. We're
Yeah.
going to have those talks. Let me tell you why that worked. Because I didn't make it a fear factor, my daughter is still a virgin.
Right.
Because I didn't use fear
Yes.
to scare her and suppress her sexuality, it's not an issue.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
That makes a
agree.
lot of sense.
It's not an issue.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying she's perfect. She still get on, she
Yeah,
get on my nerves.
she's
I'll call you in
a
a minute.
child.
Get some, but when we take the stigmatism off of sexuality, when we allow our children to be in a church environment that's not geared toward fear, but faith, we can have those real intimate conversations.
Right.
We can stop saying, I'm broken, so you got to be broken. Amen.
Right.
We can say, I love sex. Sex is wonderful. I can't wait to
Do you
find a
like
husband.
it? Do you like it or you love it?
Love it. But
Okay.
is it a
When was
but?
the last time? No, don't do that.
Don't do that. I don't
You don't have
remember.
You don't remember?
No, it's been a while.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like toys.
Yes, it is not easy.
Well,
You're
that
going
means
through
that.
celibacy.
Again, but it's okay.
But that means that she got some openings for the 90-day trial. Call in now and
Call me.
And if you fit the bill,
No, let me tell you why.
Beautiful woman, right?
This
Definitely
is
outspoken.
this is why. Because my new album comes out next year, which is called Confessions of a Loveaholic.
Okay.
And all of this is leading towards that. And if I'm not healthy for myself, if I'm not satisfied with myself, I will never make anybody else satisfied.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
And I've been broken, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of attracting broken men from broken households with broken lives, with brokenness, with broke lives. And because
And
I
a broke
just am
bank account.
broke bank accounts, but and
you said
I'm
broke
just so tired of being a mama, their sister, their cousin, their
Yes.
secretary. I know how to be submissive, but good Lord.
Yeah.
And so I said I have to I have to take some time to breathe
Yeah.
and find my inner me,
Right.
Yeah.
so I can love freely
Yes.
without loving in submission.
Yes.
And that's why the song Intermission, which is the one I put out this month about trying to make other people understand it's okay to say I don't have it together, and I'm not ready to be in a relationship, but I want to be, and I want to make love every day.
Yeah.
All day.
I like it twice a day.
6 times.
2 or 3 times.
Six is
times.
too much. Good Lord.
Whoa.
A pastor told me once.
That's a lot for me.
No, ma'am, it isn't. I'm gonna tell you why.
Something to do. I got to go to work.
Not really. 30 minutes, you can get it done.
Oh, okay, 6 times at once. Okay, I got you. I thought you were talking about 6 times.
No.
throughout the course of the day.
Interventions.
Oh,
Spread it out.
Oh my goodness.
Let me show you how. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna give you this list. You gotta write this down. It's free. Okay.
We record.
You can record it, but I want you to
Right,
get
definitely
it.
been recorded.
On Sunday, when you come home from church and you've cooked your meal, that's one.
Okay.
In the morning, when he goes to work, and you wash him up, and he washes you up, and you have that 30-minute shower, that's 2.
Okay.
In the middle of the midday on Tuesday, when you home from work and he's home, but the children are after school, that's 3.
Okay.
When you're arguing over bills, say, stop, let's go.
Oh,
That's
I agree.
4.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
When you praying together because y'all have a union, if you're married, only if you're married.
Okay.
Because I can't. You single girls don't listen to this part. Only if you're married.
It's
you
only
say,
5 for
"That's
y'all."
5. You say we prayed together. We gonna lay together. Let's stay together. You gotta. And lastly, when the whole world is against you and your man,
Yeah.
and the walls of the world are closing in,
Right.
you need that connection
I agree.
to stay connected.
Okay, so you were saying 6 times a week. I thought you were saying 6 times a day.
No, a week.
Oh, a week. Okay, I can get in there.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
10, 12 times a week.
Yeah.
I can get in
You
there.
say
a little.
12?
I get in 12 times.
Oh yes.
12.
Well, let me.
Sexual healing, baby.
He got a cousin, so because you know, my God. But we're gonna bring it back down, you know. But no. And
No,
that's
we
the
don't
thing.
bring it down. We keep it up. It's
That's-
elevated.
Listen.
You don't listen
Look,
here,
my
honey.
mentor,
She
your
keeps
coach,
things-
Dr. Sabrina, says that sex orgasms are very healthy and very much needed.
You know they are. But here's the thing: if you don't have it, then you have these illusions of loneliness. This is how they get you.
Wow.
I'm gonna break something down to you. You'll be in despair because you've suppressed that. And the illusion of grandeur will magically appear. Like he magically got us up there. I just went through this.
Okay.
I wrote about it too.
Okay.
Make you think they're all together. When really, they were supposed to be a one-time thing and you made them a real thing.
Yeah.
See, we confuse that.
Wait, what is it called? Isaac and Ishmael?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But you made a movement out of a moment.
Yeah.
Did you catch it?
Yes.
You made a movement out of a moment.
I got
Oh, I wrote great songs about movements. I wrote great songs about moments.
Okay.
Oh,
I
the
love that.
moments. The moments make you act up.
Yeah.
Remember at 4 o'clock in the morning call? That's right. That's what
That's
happened.
a moment.
That's a moment,
But
a
you-
second.
But you can't turn that into a
Movement.
movement.
No, man.
I love that.
No, man, because then let me tell you, it's a lot of movements that's supposed to be moments that are married right now.
Oh, I agree.
How many of your friends you know
I'm not gonna count.
that I can count a lot of them knowing that they weren't supposed to marry that movement,
Yeah.
Yeah.
moment,
The
made them
moment.
into a movement
Yeah.
when it wasn't supposed to be that way.
Right.
So are you saying that those movements that that moment that they positioned to be a movement, are you inquiring that it probably don't work out?
It never does
Really?
because of loneliness.
So, like for example, I kind of have a few people that I know that probably took a moment situation into a movement situation, and they probably been together for decades.
So here's the problem. People stay out of fear. They stay because they don't want to go through the process.
Embarrassment.
I have a lot of friends. I have a friend who has absolutely no business being married to this person and doesn't understand that you're going to reap what you sow. So let's deal with it from a biblical standpoint. When you suppress and stay with somebody you know you do not love and you're cheating on them and you're disrespecting them, you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
And you pay for it in ways you cannot imagine. I always have a married man that try to holler at me at least once a week. And I always say, yes, you are fine. But the consequence for messing with you don't outweigh how fine you are to me. That's why I don't break the G code. And it ain't easy when you're fine and you're fresh. Because you get those men and you have those moments. And I will call Lexi. I said, Lexi, God, please please don't let me make, because I really want, when you have a desire to be a healthy, freak nasty, loving, praying, all of that wife, you have to guard yourself.
Did you say freak nasty
Freak.
wife?
I'm gonna be the freakiest
I was
wife
listening to it.
ever.
Tell us what you're gonna do.
Everything he ain't never experienced. All in decency and in order, because that's my husband.
And decency and in order.
I'm taking my
And
teeth out.
besides, after marriage,
Oh my goodness!
the bedroom is undefiled. That's what the word says.
But the word does say that, but
Yeah.
here's something deeper. We are teaching our young girls to not value themselves because they put their value on what's between their legs.
What did really
I
mean?
don't. I mean,
undefiled?
I always taught my daughter. I mean, well, see, I'm not heterosexual, so I don't get turned
That's
on
okay.
about. I'm not heterosexual or bisexual.
That's okay.
I don't get turned on about none of that type of stuff. I get turned on from the intellect, and you know,
That's why
I
she
used
likes
to be.
me.
I look at value as and self-worth as an inner convention or something that's inside. What's inside comes on the outside. I don't put it with race, religion, sexuality, or gender. I feel like that we all come equipped with our own perfection that our creator, that our God installed just inside of us. So when it comes to your value, you reach deep down inside, no matter what the world or society or religious beliefs or society beliefs about you. If you feel like what's inside is your real being, that's your worth right there. You manifest to what's inside. As long as you say, as long as you feel like it's decent and in order, it's okay. Forget what other people say.
So I have this saying I started from Old Dirty Bastard. Excuse me, ODB. Oh God! It says I like them.
That's a title. That's
That
not-
is
yeah.
okay.
I got in trouble for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Yes, yes.
So I'm gonna tell you why. My husband may not be black.
Yes.
He may not be white, but he gonna be right.
Yes.
Did
He's
you
gonna be
catch
right,
it?
He's going to be right for
For
you.
me.
He's gonna
And
be right
that's
for
the
you.
thing, because I have seen so many of my sisters who are in the business as a singer-songwriter who marry a right now person when he wasn't right from the beginning with.
Had to wait. Should have waited a little while.
Because there are some hits. See, as a songwriter, as a musician, we feel. Oh, we love. And baby, when it hurts, it hurts. And we have to understand, we as songwriters and as musicians and as artists and as hairdressers and as commentators, we have a responsibility to ourselves to be with the right person.
Yeah.
Because what you project comes after you. I'm going to give you an example. There's a writer who I love, and she wanted to project that she was a solid woman. And in the end, she had to write a song of another book to tell the truth about herself. And through her brokenness, she got better. Because we will sometimes self-sabotage our lives because we want to say we belong to somebody.
Yes.
Your relationship has to first be with God first. Or whatever you believe in.
Yes.
For me, it's God, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end.
Yes.
So once that's together, I say, God, please help me to be the best version of myself.
That I can be.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna mess up.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna make mistakes. But at some point, we have to have a vision for who we want to be.
Yes.
And that's why I'm doing this. This is not to be religious. This is about having the right relationships. There is all different types of social economic people on this page.
Oh, yes.
There are doctors.
Yes.
There are lawyers. There are people who represent, for example, Stephanie Hammonds, who's my lawyer, was at one time the lawyer for Big Sean. She represented Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
She worked with the late, great Johnny Cochran. But I'm connected to her because she understood my worth. That's why she's my lawyer.
Yes.
Then you look at Aislinn Coachman, who is by far one of the, when you meet her, polished. My God. Dance with Alvin Ailey. Is around the who's who. Is about teaching black women, especially women who are minorities, how to handle their money. Who's a financial advisor for some of the biggest hedge funds in America. And she's coming. Kelly Williams, who's one of the few African American women who is an African American woman who is head of a school district.
Wow.
Natalie Broder, who is white, one of the greatest writers I've ever met in my life, as a newspaper person, writing against the grain, Devin Green. I mean, it's Beth Griffin, Lola George, I didn't go get women because they were perfect. I got them because it was perfect for this situation.
And they have a story.
That's it. And Lexi Washington. And I'm not just saying it because she's here, because if I don't like you, I'll tell you to you. She didn't see me do it. But I'm saying it because you have to have people who are going to love you where you are to help you with your vision, and then you can have a voice. Lexi knew I had gold records. That didn't bother her. But she also knew I was broken, so she loved me where I was at. It was one of the worst days of my life when we worked together that day. Horrible. Won't go into details, but it was horrible. And she had to coach me through it. And that's what mentors do. And that's what these young girls are missing. They're told to suppress their sexuality. They're told that they're supposed to wait, and they wait, and then they wait, and then they wait, and then some of them are carrying molestation. They're carrying sexual abuse. They're carrying depression. They're verbal abuse, emotional abuse. And then the first guy to say,
that
mental is a bad,
that mental.
Baby, mental will have you gone, God. And then you get and you say, hold on. I'm tired of this. I don't want this anymore. And everything ain't for everybody. And I'm going to use one of my, this guy named Josh Lee from Pontiac. He says, this ain't that and that ain't this. I said, wait a minute, what does that mean? He said, just because it's a thing doesn't mean that thing is for you.
Right.
And that's the thing. We suppress our sexuality so bad that we hate ourselves. And then we try things that we ain't got no business trying. Now, I don't have no problem with gays, straights, heterosexual, homosexual. If that's what you are, be who. But wave your freak flag freely.
Your freak flag freely.
Because when you,
3 F's.
That's it. Because here's the thing, I can't judge you.
Exactly.
A real Christian, and let me tell you something, a real one, does not have the right nor the power to condemn anybody.
Nor the position.
Nor the position, because we are all filthy rags.
Oh my goodness.
And I can say that because I am never going to allow anybody, because church hurt is the worst hurt.
My goodness.
And people don't talk about that. It's girls that's lesbians right now. And this is real. If somebody would have told them, I know you got raped and let's go get you some help, they would deal with it and process it. I'm not knocking it. It's the truth.
Right.
And then there's girls that's just natural lesbian. And I say, if that's what you are, be what you are.
Right.
But when I want to get better, I be around better people.
Exactly. You are what you surround yourself with. I always tell people, if I'm the smartest person in a circle, I'm in the wrong circle.
I'm so dumb.
I'm in the wrong circle. I'll always be around people that's going to help elevate me.
Absolutely.
Nobody on this page will ever tell you that I don't listen to them. And it's hard when you're hard-headed. Because I'm hard-headed. And I think I know everything. And I don't know a lot, but I know a little bit.
She said, I think I know everything.
I think I do. But that, if you look at the journals I gave you, I want to show one if you can let me see real quick. So every young lady.
Wait, let's show them this like this.
Is getting. Can they see that? It says, she believed she could, so she did. And let me tell you what's so important. I want to mention this so you know why it is. You got to write it down. And so my homeboys, Taylor Consultants, donated those for the young ladies. And then Local Hop donated stuff for all of our speakers. It's you have to just be there to experience. And it's going to be so organic, not orgasmic. Organic.
It's a difference.
It's a difference. Someone's gonna call my pastor and say I said that, but I'm gonna correct him.
It's a difference.
Say, love me, I said it.
But it's so important. And then I got to tell you one more thing. The main speaker name is Miss Holland, and why I got Jean Holland is because she combines Ayana with Maya, with Nikki, and she uses literary figures to help inspire the womanness in you. Imagine that. Imagine if we could have a conversation with Maya Angelou, a woman who was a prostitute, a woman who was broken down and raped at 13, who became the greatest orator of our time.
My favorite saying is, she says, when a person show you who they are,
believe
them. That carried me so far. That carried me so far in life.
Lexi,
that carries me.
Lexi, who says that?
You say that all the time.
I say when a person show you who they is, you believe. Let me tell you why. We spend so much time with folks we ain't got no time to be with.
Exactly.
And if you really about the business of what you're supposed to do, you don't have time to be a mistress because you're trying to be a miss.
Okay.
Did you catch it?
I got
You don't have time to be second best because you want the best. Now, I'm not knocking nobody. I got friends that's the second wife, third wife, if that's for you.
Yes.
But for me, boo-boo, for me,
I want to be the miss.
I want to be the miss.
Yeah.
And that's hard work. Heavy lifting is what we call
Wait,
it.
Mel, I'm so happy. Viewers, did you see what she said? She said she's not knocking anyone. If that's the life stance that you are at this exact moment, if you're happy with who you are and the situation that you're in, stay happy. She's not belittling anyone.
No.
She's just indicating that the person she is, she chooses to be number one.
Because I was second string before. It was fun. I got a couple of Gucci bags out of the deal.
Yeah, we all
I
did.
still carry one right now, right up there in the corner. But then I said self, and I said male. And I said self, and I said male. And the self said, look, girl, you know you can't handle being second fiddle to nobody.
Yes.
But you know what the bad part is? When you don't even know you second fiddle.
Now that's the bad part. That's the bad part.
I was dating this
How
fool.
often does that happen?
That happens every
me,
day.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me
How
tell you.
often
Hold on,
does that
let me
happen?
fix my bra. Hold on.
You know
She said,
what,
let me fix my bra. Hold on.
Fix my mother. Fix myself up. I don't want nobody to say.
Only my friends.
Only me. You know. Girl, I was with somebody I thought I was the one, honey.
Oh my god.
I was I'm the ride or die girl.
Uh-huh.
So if you get in trouble, I ride with you.
Yes.
Lacey was like, Mel, why are you driving up to this prison 3 times a week? I said, because I love him. And he loved me.
Oh.
And he loved me so much. She was like, Mel, got out of prison. See, that's how real I'm going to be.
Oh, wait. He got out of prison.
And left in 5 days.
Are you serious?
I called Lexi. How many times I called you?
Did you beat the brakes off of him?
No.
You lovingly let him
No,
go.
no.
It didn't
You
matter how
lovingly
many times
let
you
him go
No.
because he was your moment.
He was a 10-year moment.
Yeah, the 10-year moment though, because see, our moments is defined off time within our own state.
That's
of
the
mind.
thing. He was my first love. And I
yeah,
love, and he was fine.
What is it about that first love?
Oh, he was fine.
That first love do
Especially when they
something
get
to
a
you.
prison ID number.
Yes.
Thinking about that picture just
And then,
I don't get turned on from them prison.
no, but let me
ID
tell you what
numbers.
happened. You ain't never dated. No, I ain't gonna say his name.
I have.
Oh God.
I mean, not your name.
No, but no, honey.
I
And
don't
so then I fell in love with the rebound, and you can't fall in love with the
know.
rebound.
No, it don't last.
Hold on, I want you to catch it. And I tried to make this rebound be something he wasn't.
Yeah.
And he wasn't equipped. It didn't matter what I did. He was jealous. I would be at shows. And it would be mean to me. I'm on stage with 10,000 people. He would act like I gotta serve him.
Are you serious?
Hold on, wait for it. And so I said, God, I said, when he leave, make it easy for me. And Royce the 5'9" called my phone, because I work with Royce. And he said, I need you at the studio. And so I said, babe, I need you to move your car. He said, I'm leaving. I said, oh my God. And the worst part is, you gotta be, and I'm gonna tell you something else, ladies, and this is for young ladies too. You gotta be careful who you tell your business to.
Yes.
And your vision to.
yeah.
And your fears.
Yes.
And your insecurities. Because a man who is not a man
Yes.
will use it against you.
Yes.
And will be telling the next chick all your business.
Yes.
And you sitting there saying, now you remember when you didn't have no car? I remember.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Wait for it.
Yes.
You remember when you couldn't get anywhere. You remember when they wouldn't let you in the door.
Yes.
I was there. And it hurt me to where I said, and this is my prayer, and this is real. I said, God, you're going to have to show me that you love me, because I don't believe you.
Wow.
And God has been faithful to me, even in my brokenness, even in my dysfunction, even in raising my daughter, even in everything else. And he's restoring everything else. That's why I can talk about my sexuality and not be ashamed.
Yeah.
That's why I can talk about what I'm doing with this event and not be ashamed, because I know what I know, and I don't beat people down because I used to be that chick.
Yes. Yes.
I will never beat a woman down
Yes.
for going through the storms they got to go through so they can grow through.
Wait, Mel, but I see that so often, especially on social media. How quick and I gotta say, my African American sisters, we are so quick to beat each other down.
You know
We
why?
went through the same thing ourselves.
You know why?
Why is that?
I'm ready. Hold on, let me fix my shirt. I want you to catch it. Some of us live in illusions of grandeur. And we've forgotten how we was on that floor late in the midnight hour crying, my God, my God, my God, please help me get me together. And then I had this woman recently because my breasts was out because they're beautiful.
Yes.
And remember, hold on, they are, I know, honey, I look at them every day. You ain't got to tell. So this woman, now I was shy. It was my video release. And I had my friends out. And this woman who was older, who felt like she was seasoned, had the audacity to say, too much, sis. And it broke me.
Oh.
And then I said I could use this to fight or I can flight. And I wrote a post and I said, let me tell you something. I will never let anybody shame me because I've gained weight. I will never let anyone shame me because you don't know that I've been on my own since I was 17, that I put myself through college, that I raised the baby despite of not knowing who her father is. See, that's how real I am. And still raised her well. And still taught her to love herself. And still, see, here's the thing. You don't know anybody's storm until you learn their story. So I say this to everybody. I may not be your role model, but somebody on this list is. I may not be your cup of tea. But somebody on this list is. And if you notice on the flyer, do you see my name on this flyer? No, ma'am, because I got to serve first. So then I can lead.
I love that.
And this is not about me just advertising. I want you to get this. I and no one on this panel, I know these women, are trying to knock a person for what you post on Facebook. But there has to be some responsibility on what you type. Because you textbook gangsters, I call them that all the time, ain't gonna run up for real. Ain't gonna run up.
What you call them, Facebook gangsters?
Facebook gangsters. Textbook gangsters.
Social media
gangsters.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, I use this thing called think. And you're like, what that mean? This is something we can all use. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it important? Is it necessary? And is it kind?
Think.
When we stop to think about how this can affect another person, we will start to love people with agape love. And we will meet people where they are. Remember that post they were showing that little girl doing that horrible thing? And everybody was passing around. And I said, have you lost your mind?
Honest to God, someone sent it to me, and when I just saw it was a child.
You stopped looking.
I never matched play. Tears just came to just. I was like, I can't.
Emotional post.
That was the
play on that.
Let me tell you why.
I can't watch
because when you've been molested as I have, and you've been raped as I have, and you see that, we have made it acceptable to disrespect our girls. We've made it acceptable to disrespect us as women. Like, if I didn't love me, I would hate you because you got pink hair. But no, this is real.
That's
if
true.
I didn't love me, if I didn't love me, despite of everything I'm going through, I would say, I hate you because you got pink hair.
That's why we got haters.
Oh, my goodness.
But see, because I can be so honest and be like, I love you still. And I wish I could do it, but this is too much.
I love you too.
But this is real. If I didn't love me, I would hate Lexi because of those glasses.
Look, I'm feeling the glasses. So
you can get a pair.
Honey.
Look, Mel, I dealt with a situation. Like I say all the time, I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect at all. And I don't ever claim to be perfect. But I have actually, and I had to catch myself, literally today, I'm going to be honest, today, I was finna put a post on there, but when I got ready to place my post on social media, a certain person came to my mind. So I immediately changed my focus from that post. Like, okay, so this could really be even though it came to me innocently, when that person came to my mind, I would have projected it with a certain purpose, with a certain person, so I would have been judgmental to that person, and it would have been negative. So I chose not to post that post. So sometimes unconsciously, just reacting without stopping, we could do something that's so hurtful to someone else.
Thinking without emotion.
Yes.
So my sister passed on Sunday, right? And this is not, let me tell you why I'm happy that I'm doing this. And they didn't understand they posting there. I'm sorry for your loss. That's another thing we got to stop doing. Everybody don't grieve the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Lexi, I said, Lexi, should I show up? She said, yes, you should show up. And I said, oh, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be diva too. So you don't see what I'm going through.
I was surprised when I said, you're here? You was like,
Yeah.
yes. And you look so beautiful. You're stunning, shiny.
Because I have work to do.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
yes.
the work doesn't stop because of what happened yesterday.
Say it again.
Yes.
The work does not stop because of what happened yesterday.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Real. I got my pastor called, my other pastor called. My daughter's godfather is Red Man, and he said, Melanie, you're gonna mourn, and you're gonna grieve, but you got stuff you got to do. When you are, I call myself mission male sometimes.
Yes.
So my daughter, when she got into all these schools, short story, I want you to get this. I got a Woman of the Year because last year I raised $40,000 for the old folks home in Pontiac because they got burned down in Pontiac. Okay. So I did a concert and we raised, I want to say we because somebody will call and say I didn't. And you know, I'll check you. I will check you. Get it right.
We raised. She
we
said
raised. We. So, and I raised the money and this lady, we. Yes. I'm sorry, So I got Woman of the Year award, and Dr. Ferguson, who was one of the first African American female doctors, pulled me to the side. She said, "If your baby wanna go to Howard, you make it happen." And I'm trusting God, despite of everything that's going through. The next day, she had her ticket. The day after that, we had a room. The day after that, we had a deposit. The day after that, we had the deposit, the application fee, and another $1,000. Now, here's the point. I'm not prophesizing. I'm telling you what can happen when you go through the process.
Yes.
See, we all want instant, not you.
And persevere.
Yes.
Girl,
You gotta persevere.
it's nothing worse
Yes.
than being, you know what the worst place in the world to be?
Where?
In a graveyard.
Yeah,
You know why?
That's pretty bad.
But you're going to catch it. All those dreams they had, all those things they could have did, they never accomplished.
They did, yeah.
Because they dead. And when you die, your dreams die with you. And I had to, even when I've been rejected, even when I had $1 million deals on the table, and I mean real ones, facts.
Yeah.
Even when I've been in front of people and I didn't know who I was being prepared for this type of event.
Yes.
And I'm still nowhere near.
Yes.
No, listen, hear me. I'm still broken, but I'm being mended because I'm serving others. And service is how you get healed.
Part of
That's
healing.
how, listen, I want to be a lady in a Vera Wang dress when my wedding going to be off the chain. I'm going to step. I'm going to be like this. But
Can I be?
you going to be there, girl. You know I got a list. Where it say,
I don't just want to do hair.
no, you're going to be there.
Okay.
Listen, because you know I got a list. You got to have a list at your wedding.
You got to put my name
No, the
on
list,
there.
you don't want to be on this.
Wait.
This
what
list is everybody who can't come. 'Cause
Oh.
hold on. Joy stealers are not allowed at my wedding.
Okay.
What's that?
Anybody who
Joy
steals the
stealers.
joy from
Stealers.
you.
Joy Stealers.
Haters who act like they're your friends.
Oh, yes.
Haterades.
Yes.
Not, people who are bitter Bettys and bitter Bobs, you can't come to my
Bitter
wedding.
Betty. Where you get all these terms?
Me. As a singer-songwriter, I come up with stuff.
Yeah, it's easy.
Easy.
Oh, I gotta capitalize
Broken-hearted
on those. Oh, my goodness.
and departed, you can't come to my wedding. You better not even tell me nothing what happened. I don't want to know what you're going through.
Yeah.
See, because before I get married, I will be weighed, I will be measured, and I won't be wanting. Meaning, I won't have it all together, but I'll be together enough where God can trust me with somebody's heart. See, we got a lot of women and men who can't be trusted with somebody's heart. And that's why they cheat on their wives instead of saying, baby, let me show your hand. Let me take your hand for a minute. I want to work it out with you. But I don't know how to work it out with you. Because my daddy didn't show me how to work it out with his mom.
Yes.
And that's why I'm cheating on you. And that's why I got 4 or 5 out. See, there was and then I'm an old school.
Say that part again, because that meant a whole lot. Look in the middle camera again and say that part.
Baby, I want to work this out with you. But I don't know how to work it out with you because I never seen my father work it out.
Absolutely.
We have to stop being so broken when we won't get healed and admit we don't know everything. And then this is the other part. If I have to be lonely, if I have to be by myself, if by any chance I won't be a wife, let me be happy being alone.
Yes.
Let me be joyful being alone, because he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Not me, he. Now that don't mean they don't have no burning sensation. I call it the burning sensation. That's when you need something.
Yeah, yeah.
And you need it bad.
Oh my! I call it butterflies.
Yes. But I'm trying to get to a place where I control it and it don't control me.
Yes. Miss Mel, you got to tell me this. So do you mentor young ladies?
No, I mentor my child, and
Wait. Are you an evangelist or something?
No, I'm just Melanie Rutherford. I'm real.
You're a missionary, definitely for sure. I definitely see your calling.
I just do music. And I do life.
Are you like in a Big Sister program?
Nope.
Or anything?
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
This is the first event. Let me tell you, you gotta hear me, and Lexi knows. If you ever meet my daughter, you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears.
Yes.
Now, I'm saying this because here's the thing. We get this twisted. You ready? Because you're going to be a millionaire in a minute, but I want you to catch this.
Yes.
Do you know what your first line of ministry is?
Raising your child.
That's it.
Yeah.
I always say, I have 10 kids, Mel. You lie! I have 10 children, and I never in life, and I had my first child at 15. I never in life ever said I want to be the best.
Okay.
Look, I never said I want to be the best wife. I never said I want to be the best career person, sexologist, or anything. I always said I want to be the best parent, the best mother ever. And I raised mine. I had in and outs. I had those moments and stuff with relationships, but I raised my children. So we have a connection that's unbelievable.
First of all, you fine to have 10 children.
Oh my God!
And I'm not
fan anyway.
No, but no.
Phenomenal.
If you was ugly, I tell you, I'd be like, you are not attractive. You need to get it in order. Go to the Mac store, honey, because you got to be real. Honey, you got to tell people that listen. I just showed Lexi. You got to show people who you really are, and not your representative. Amen.
Yes.
But here's the thing. I couldn't be a mentor to anybody until I got my child out the door. That's why I started this, to do this. I got one mission in life. One. To raise my daughter to be the best wife, the best mother, the best parent, the best student, the best businesswoman, the best person in the world.
Yes. And I want you to look in that camera. I gotta say this first, Lexi. I didn't think that we would be able to have a show with only one guest because we never done this.
Yeah.
But Mel can rock out. I never was this quiet on any show.
Absolutely.
At first, I didn't know how to take this interview because I know that she's into church and I didn't want to violate or make her feel uncomfortable. But she came out the woodwork.
Yeah.
This was one of my favorite guests. I love all my guests, but this is one of my favorite authentic guests that I have had so far. Because you showed that even though I had Pastor Bullock and I had Pastor Hardwick, you guys rock out. I love you. But I had a woman come to the table, come to the Mysteries of Sex, and say that it's okay. Yeah. Sexuality is okay. Yeah. That she had sex without being married. She made him wait 90 days, but as long as it's decent and in order. I love the authenticity that you have, Mel, and I'm so honored that you was on this show.
Thank you.
Look in that middle camera and tell everybody how they can reach you and follow you.
Okay, so my name on Facebook is Melanie Rutherford. My name on Instagram is Melanie Rutherford 1. You can follow me on everything. You can go buy the music on iTunes. You probably made a baby off my music.
Yes.
Didn't even know it. But most importantly, I want to leave you with this. It's a quote from Robert Frost, and it says, "Two roads diverge in the woods and I took the road less traveled by, and that has made the difference." I'm not asking you to give me $1. I don't need nothing from you. It's already paid for. But if you are tired of not having a sense of direction, if you are tired of your young ladies not having a sense of direction, and you want them to be women of substance, of valor, of value, you need to, of character. Hold on. Say it again. Character. You need to be at this event on Saturday. It is from 2 to 5:30 at the Pontiac Public Library. Take the bus, take a train, take a plane.
Fly.
It's fly.
I'll pick you up.
That's it. It's free food, real food, real food. Every young lady, may I see your journal one more time?
Yes.
We'll be getting this journal as well with everything else. You're going to meet, and I need to read their names if I have permission. Yes, ma'am. You're going to meet Aislinn Coachman, Superintendent Kelly Williams, Isha Branner, owner of Maxed Out Fixes, Lexi Washington, hair extraordinaire, Carla Way, Alred Bellas, Natalie Broder, writing for the Oakland Press, Angie Starr, Devin Green, Beth Griffin Manley, Carol Turpin, Lola George, Stephanie Hammond Esquire, Mary Jane, who was the first rollerblade artist ever, and last but certainly not least, Dr. Sabrina Jackson, and our main speaker is Miss Jean Holland.
All right, y'all. Thank you, because my producer having a fit. So, like always, I teach you, you teach me. Together we explore the mysteries of sex.
Let's talk sex with Love Maya. Let's talk sex with Love Maya.
Would you teach it?
Let's talk sex with Love Maya.
Would you try it?
Let's talk sex with Love Maya.
Would you
Would
love
you
it?
not? Let's talk sex with Love Maya.
Would you judge it?